Hi, I'm Sonia Renee. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before and if this is your first time, then I'm saying welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here. Decided to come out and hang with us for a little bit. Hope y'all checking out my my shirt here, my turtleneck. I hope you like it. Yes, my page is about fashion, lifestyle, and inspiration. And today's another inspirational one. I'm in my inspiration bag right now. Auntie really want to be out here helping the women getting their life together. Because, I mean, I'm seeing so much craziness on social media. And girl, Auntie just want to help y'all out, honestly. Because, listen, the aunties is the ones who, the OGs, we don't been through a lot of what people talking about. We don't been through it. And what some of y'all dealing with, especially some of you younger ladies, what y'all dealing with, listen, ain't nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes say that. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Cats been doing this. It's just now it's becoming more visible because of social media and these podcasts. So, I want to talk to you today about why women are giving up on men and dating. Because women are. I mean, they're just like, I'm over it. I'm cool. I'm done. I'd rather be by myself. I don't want to deal with the drama. I'm over it. And I get it. I understand because I've been single since 2022. And well, I actually was single longer than that, but my last guy I dated was like early 2020, 2021, going into 2022. And I've been single by choice because I just will not allow myself to entertain someone that I can discern using my spiritual gifts that you're here to waste my time. So I've been focused on living my best life, and it's been amazing. Skin is glowing. I'm sleep well. I eat what I want. I travel where I want. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. And listen, this smile is for real, baby. Okay. But a lot of women aren't giving up on love. They're just giving up on confusion, inconsistency, emotional exhaustion. And that's an important part. That's an important difference because those things are important to a woman. So if they're not getting it, then what's the point? Women are tired of the mixed signals. Okay, I know that was one of the things that put me out of the game for a minute. The mixed signals. Okay, you coming in hot, standing on 10 toes, and then you have no follow through. Like, okay, well, why are you doing all this? What's the point if you're not following through on what you've been saying? The words that sound good, but the actions don't match. And they're tired of having to decode intentions, trying to figure out what you're doing. That's why the question comes up, well, what are we? What are we doing? If you got to ask a man what y'all doing, baby, you're not doing anything. Because if a man is being intentional about you, you're going to know what he's doing because he's being intentional about what he says, about what he does, and he has that follow through. He's a man of integrity. He's a man of his word. And if the man don't have nothing else, he's supposed to be able to have his word. And if your word ain't bond, baby, you are already behind a ball. Um, Tired of trying to guess where they stand with you. A woman should not have to question where she stands with you. She shouldn't have to question it. Your motives, your actions, and your intentions should align with your words for her to know, okay, this is what he's doing. Okay? And wait for someone to decide if they're ready. So you've met me. You asked me for my number because you want to get to know me better. And then when you do start to get to know me better, you decide that you're not ready. Oh, you're not ready for a woman like me. That's what it is. It's not that they're not ready. They just may not be ready for the woman that you are because they don't have the capacities, a lot of them, to get past the honeymoon phase. They don't have the capacity to go long distance with a woman who's intelligent. She has proper social skills. She can handle herself in the backyard to the boardroom. She's a businesswoman. She's business savvy. She handles her money well. She's good with her finances. She's good with her children. She's good with her friends. She's ambitious, whatever the case may be. If he feels like you're way out of his league, he's going to say, I ain't ready. If you're not ready to have a full-blown, long relationship, a committed relationship, then why are you here? What is the point? You just want to sit in front of me and go on a date? To see what I look like? Follow me on social media. You'll see what I look like every time I post a video. But don't waste my time. You understand? Clarity shouldn't feel like pressure. And women shouldn't feel scared to have to say something to a man about it. They're just over it, right? Many women are stepping away because of emotional unavailability. I know this was very big with me. I learned that my mom was emotionally unavailable. And I didn't realize what it was for years, but because she hadn't healed from some of the things that she went through, she was emotionally unavailable. I knew she loved me because she provided for me. I was very well taken care of. And we would have, it wasn't until I became an adult that we really could start having like really good conversations and stuff. But I didn't realize like she was emotionally unavailable and she wasn't as affectionate as I would have wanted her to be. Because her memory has and patterns have shown her that when I do this, this is what happens. I end up losing. And this is why people are emotionally unavailable, because they feel like, you know what, if I get my emotions involved and then it doesn't work out, then now I'm hurt again. So instead of just putting themselves in that position, they rather be emotionally unavailable. And if something comes from it, great. But if it doesn't, then oh well, then I don't have anything to worry about because my heart wasn't in it. But what happens when somebody catches your heart off guard and you didn't see it coming, but that person was so captivating and what they said, what they did, it just took your breath away. Now you stuck. Because and you're more so stuck because you won't go to that person and tell them how you feel and how you feel about them and how you would want to really have a relationship with them. You're afraid, but you know what? I'm just going to jump in both feet because I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm here. You know, a woman can respect that kind of conversation from a man, him being completely honest, and she may even still rock with you because you were so honest and vulnerable with her about how you feel about her. But when you lie and scheme and you play the games, I don't stunt no female, I do whatever I want, and all that, yeah, that's a turn off. She's like, oh, you one of them. Okay. Yeah, go heal your mommy issues because we can see right through you. Women are stepping away from emotional unavailability. They meet men who want the benefits of a connection but without the responsibility of showing up emotionally. They want the benefits of the deep conversation that they avoid. Accountability feels threatening and vulnerability is labeled as too much. You're doing too much. And I'm not saying that women don't do this too, because I know some men may come in the comments, Auntie, women, they've done it to me too. I know. Women do it too. But we're talking about right now, if you remember the topic of this discussion, is why women are walking away from men and dating. This is why. So women stop asking for depth where there is none. If there's no layers to you, I can't, you're not, for me, I'm a sapiosexual. So one thing about me, I love mind stimulated conversation. If you can't even hold a conversation with me, what are we talking about? I'm out of here. I'm bored. I'm bored. That's just me. I want to be able to be with somebody who can hold mind stimulated conversation. We could talk about any topic. We could talk about any topic from work to education to recreation to holiday to whatever, family, friends, whatever, dating, it doesn't matter. We could talk about any subject. But if you don't have the capacity to get past the honeymoon phase, you can't hold a conversation longer than 15 minutes without dead air. That's a red flag to me. But that's just auntie, you know. Another reason why women keep walking away is repeated disappointment. And I know this all too well because I know when I was married, I would get a lot of broken promises and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to take care of that. And then you didn't do it. So now I got to come in and do it because it got to get done. And then when we go back and forth with you, so now I'm disappointed because once again, you didn't follow through, you didn't keep your word. Constant disappointment is just something that we just don't have the capacity to deal with. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And if you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. But don't tell me you're going to do something and then when it time to do it, you don't do it. Because now that also chips away at my trust. And if I can't trust you, then I can't be open with you. They keep meeting potential that never turns into follow through. And I will say this, and a lot of women have been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it. We dated someone or we even married someone because of their potential, of what you can potentially see them doing and what they can be, you know, but they have to see it. If that person doesn't see it, they'll never achieve that potential. And you'll walk away disappointed because they never fulfilled what you thought they could do. Don't fall in love with potential. If he is not everything that you like right now, and I mean flaws and all, If he's not what you like in that moment or what you want in that moment, then don't deal with it. Don't settle. Don't settle. Because at the end of the day, if you deal with somebody based off of what you believe they can do and they don't do it, you set yourself up for disappointment. No, don't do that. Because when a man finally decides that you're the woman he wants, that means you already have everything he was looking for. So why should we not do the same? Why should we not do the same? See, it's a double standard when a woman says, well, no, I want a man who does this, and has this, and this. Now, I know some chicks is reaching. Don't get me wrong. I know some chicks is reaching because if you can't do it for yourself, don't expect no man to do it for you. I get that. However, I do believe that women, especially in my age group, I'm 55 years young, after you've gone through being married for so long, you've dated so many different people and different personalities, genres, backgrounds, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of see what's going on out here, you realize, okay, this is what I know I need in my life. This is what I know I want. Okay, I know I want this, and this. You know, definitely have to have the bare minimum. Okay, you definitely need to be a well-able body working. I don't care what you do for work, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. Okay, have your own place. I don't care if it's apartment or house you rent or house you own. You got a place to lay your head and your own transportation. That's the bare minimum. That's the basic bare minimum. Anything else he does above that is bonus to me. That's beautiful. I like it. Right? Now, of course, I want a man who's emotionally, intelligent. Someone who knows how to have a conversation. Someone who knows when to say, baby, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Or don't worry, I took care of it. And I can trust that when you said you took care of it, it's taken care of. I don't have to go behind you and check. That's what you do with your children when you don't know if they did their homework or did it correctly. You go behind them to check to see if it's right. If I gotta go behind you when you said you pay a bill, does it see that you really paid it? I can't be here. That's an unnecessary stress. I don't need that. So I'm just giving you a couple examples. You guys probably understand because I'm sure you are where I am. In this repeated disappointment, they keep meeting potential that never turns into follow through, effort that fades after interest is secured, and promises that sound good but don't last, and hope without consistency becomes draining. Let me say, effort that fades after interest is secured. Let me say this because this is so true. It happened to me. It's like they act right for a couple months and then boom, right back over to the same BS. That's effort that fades because they start off, let me do a little bit to keep her on the hook, keep her calm. And I'm going to tell you something. And then after a little couple months or whatever, doing it like that, then boom, they right back to the same old behavior. And let me tell you something, that's the biggest gaslight ever. That is the biggest gaslight ever. And breadcrumbing also. And it's the biggest sign of manipulation. Manipulation is so powerful. I didn't even know how much I was being manipulated when I was married because I had never been, the boyfriends I had before then, and even raised in my family, the men in my family and the women in my family, like nobody was walking around manipulating people like that. Like I just didn't come from that environment. So when I ended up in a relationship like that, I was like, what, wait, this is manipulation. Like you're manipulating me to stay here with broken promises that you never fulfill, changes that you're not making. So trust is out the door. I don't even look at you the way I used to. I'm not in love with you, and now I don't even like you. And you acting like this, and I don't even like you. You're making it so much easier for me to leave. Emotionally first, mentally second, physically last. And one thing about a Taurus, we loyal, sometimes to a fault. I'm loyal to the point where sometimes God got to break things apart. Because, like, listen, you being too loyal to this person, and they really showing you they don't care about how you feel, cut them. I have walked away from family, friends. I've been friends with 20, 30 years. Done. And you know what? It's okay. We're just not on the same page. We're not in alignment. Our lives are not in alignment. And some people needed to just get the axe because you was on that BS. You was jealous of me. You was in competition with me. And I didn't see it at first because a lot of times you don't see the picture when you're in the frame. And it was crazy because what hurts is it's never the person that you think it is. It's never the people that you think it is. It's always that person that hit you with the element of surprise, like, you, this was you? And that's what hurts the most, is because after you've been friends with somebody for such a long time, sometimes all you have is all those years. And sometimes if it was a really good relationship and you had to let go of it, it's like what you thought it was anyway. People don't teach you how to grieve the relationship you had to let go. That's a whole process in itself. I'll do a whole video on that. You guys let me know in the chat if you want me to do a video on how nobody talks about grieving the relationship you had to let go. Because some of us had some relationships and friendships that we had, we thought it was a really good friendship until it wasn't. Until some big major situation happened, you was like, whoa, is this what we on? This what you doing? To me? Now you have to grieve all the moments and the memories that you had with that person. All right, I'm going to do a video on that. Let me know in the chat if y'all want me to do a video on that. And let me tell you something else, too, about abandonment wounds, which also is a part of this whole why women are walking away from men and dating, why women are walking away from their marriages, why women just don't want to be dealing with it, period, is because women are healing. And when you go through a healing process, because I went through mine, honey, let me tell you, that shadow work ain't nobody's business. I'm going to tell you, it ain't no joke. But when you start doing the healing work on yourself, your standards change. And what you used to tolerate, you won't anymore. The places you want to go, you don't even want to be bothered. Like the energy is all, like, I'm good. You won't even entertain certain conversations like you used to. Like this, oh girl, did you hear about? I ain't hear nothing, and I don't want to hear nothing. Your whole mindset shifts, and that's the way you're going to be successful in anything. Is when you have a mindset shift. What is your mindset on? Because your mind has to be shifted from whatever's on to what it needs to be on, so that you can live the life that you desire, that you want to live. Any reason a woman walking away is another reason women walk away is because their standards are solidified to them now. They didn't have the boundaries. They didn't have the standards. And I won't say didn't have any standards. I should say not any standards, but their standards changed of what they require in their life. And through this healing and these healing changes and their standards changing, their mindset changing and shifting, they don't look at life the way they used to. They look at life from a different lens. They don't look at themselves the way they used to, because they're not that person anymore. They look at people differently. They pay more attention to what people say and watch what they do, and they're analyzing. I know my daddy was a federal agent. He taught me how to people watch, how to observe, and then having my spiritual gifts, being an empath, a seer, and a light and clairaudient, clairsentient. I pay attention to what my ancestors, my spirit guides are saying, and God will give me a word, and instantly I'll know what's going on, and I'll be right. I don't know what that clairaudient, how we clairsentient is like. We just know it. We don't know how, we don't just know it. You know, I say we've been here before. We are our ancestors. I guess it's my ancestors speaking through me, because there be stuff I just be knowing. People will come back to me, because first in the beginning it's like, oh, she being messy. But then people will come back to me like, girl, how did you know? Because you was right. Maybe y'all should have listened. You know? When a woman works through abandonment wounds, people pleasing, and self-silencing, she becomes less willing to chase, convince, or over-explain. And I know when I start healing my abandonment wounds, I'm pleasing me first. I'm putting me first. Learn to be more selfish with myself. I became less willing to be the first one to call. Hey, let's go out. What you doing? Let's get out this weekend. No, God told me one time, he said, stop calling some of these people first and see who you hear from. I said, all right. So I stopped calling some people. And weeks went by. I ain't heard a peep. I said, oh, okay. But the ones I do still hear from, the ones that's still in my life today, those God was showing me. God showed me those are your people. That's your soul tribe. Because you want to know who your soul tribe is? Ask God to remove people out your life that don't belong. You'll see who your soul tribe is. It's whoever's still around. If it ain't but one or two people left, that's your soul tribe. That's who's going to really be down for you no matter what. Your real friends. Okay? And she stopped settling for bare minimum connection. We don't just want just chemistry with you. We want connection. We want consistency. We want communication. We want purpose. Because what's the point of even being together if we... Because let me tell you something. If a lot of y'all stop having sex with some of these people, I promise you're going to realize you ain't got much in common. I'm going to set that one right there. If a lot of y'all stop having sex with the person you having sex with, you're going to realize you ain't got nothing in common with that person. They don't bring no real value to your life. That was another thing that gave me more strength to walk away from my marriage. I stopped having sex with them. Why continue to keep strengthening a soul tie that I don't want tied to somebody that I don't want to be tied to? Okay, I'm going to leave that one right there. Social norms have shifted. I talked about this earlier. You may not go places that you used to go. You don't hang with certain people you used to hang with because you don't even want to be out and involved in all that. Like, and it ain't about necessarily for something bad, but you just feel like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't even want to do that. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't want to do that. And women are no longer dating just to avoid being alone. We're dating with, because we have careers, we have communities, and we have full lives, right? So if dating brings more stress than peace, opting out starts to feel like self-respect, not failure. Because in reality, like, I'm not going to go on a date just because I'm alone. I'm not lonely. I can take myself on a date. And guess what? I ain't got to complain about the bill. I ain't complaining about 50-50. I ain't got to hear nobody complain about, oh, well, after dinner, what we doing? You trying to get some sex because you took me to dinner? What? I never even understood what makes a male, and I said a male because I didn't say a man, a male, think that he is supposed to have access to your most powerful possession, your honeypot, which is the closest a man will ever get to heaven. Getting inside of your energy, leaving his DNA in there, all because you fed me a meal that lasted about 30 minutes. It took me about 30 minutes to eat. The math ain't mathing. Like I said, they want all the feels of a relationship without the commitment of one. Some men will be with a woman just so they won't be by themselves. Knowing he don't want you to feel a girl. He don't cheat on you. He don't step out on side of you so many times. You are the filler. Because I promise you, the moment he sees what he really wants, he will drop you like a hot potato. He could have been dating you for years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And honey, he'll go 6 months later and marry that girl over there. He ain't married you, the one who was giving him all the wife duties. You was all the wide open in the bedroom. You was helping him pay his bills. You was standing in the gap for him. You was praying for him. You was doing all the things. And he still never married you. But when he see what he want, he'll start dating somebody else even while he's still screwing you. Screwing you. Married on that. And then he will break up with you, and 6 months later, he'll marry her. All right, I'm going to let that one sit there. Because I've been a wife. I am a wife. So I ain't gonna be with you 15, 20 years away for you to marry me. That ain't happening over here. However, no judgment zone. I'm just speaking the reality of what does happen out here in these streets. Okay. So another truth people avoid is some women are choosing rest. Oh my gosh. Just resting. And I don't mean just going to sleep. I mean resting your body, resting your mind, shutting your mind down. Because our mind can do, right? As a woman, we got 99 things going on at one time. Shutting the brain down, meditating, centering yourself, being in your solitude. Ooh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Because dating burnout is real. Emotional labor is real, and starting over repeatedly takes a toll. Like, who got time for that? So stepping back becomes an act of preservation, right? I'm sorry, my nose keep running, y'all. I've been dealing with this for a minute, but life is life, right? And this doesn't mean that women hate men, because we don't. We just hate their actions, right? Or lack of. And it means that women are becoming more intentional about what they want, what they desire, and what they can do without. They're waiting for alignment, not potential, consistency, not chemistry alone. I talked about that a few minutes ago. Safety, not survival. I do not want to have to be in fight or flight when I got a man. Are you serious? And here's the part. Here's the most important part. Women aren't giving up on men. Because that's what's going to be seen. Oh, women stop dating. They don't want to date no more. They're giving up on men. No, they're giving up on doing all the work alone. I know. I was a single parent in a marriage. And then after the marriage, I was a single parent. My kids are all fully grown. I'm still a single parent. Other parents still get in where they fit in. Because when my children have an issue, question, or concern, first person they still call is who? Moi. Because I'm dependable. I give good wisdom. I stand on 10 toes. I support them. I back them up. I show up the best way I can. So I say that to say they're tired of doing the work alone. In a relationship takes two people, right? Take two to tango, right? Why is only one person doing the work? Okay. Until dating feels mutual, emotionally safe and honest, many women are choosing peace. Women don't even feel safe dating anymore. Because these men, when they can't control you immediately, they crashing out on you. They threatening your life. It's ridiculous. Some women are going to women. Not me, but, some women are going to. They trying the other side. They like, shit, if it ain't no working over here, let me go on the other side, see what the other side look like. And some women are happy about it. I mean, shit, they loving their new life. And we happy for them. And that choice isn't bitterness. It's clarity. When you get the strength to walk away, when you get the strength to live your life that you desire, after you've gone through the things, and you learn, you grow, you healed, and you have so much clarity, you can move with precision. So, do you think modern dating is broken? Well, or are people finally becoming more aware of what they need? If this video resonated with you, I want you to put it in the chat. Tell me what you thought about it. I also want you to tell me, do you think that modern day dating is broken? Or do you think that women are finally becoming more aware of what they need and want and desire? And also tell me if this resonates with you, how it resonated with you. Now, I will say I did touch on abandonment wounds in this video. Told you that I did go through my healing process as well. You can click the link below. You can get my book called Abandonment Is Not Your Fault, because how a person treats you says everything about them and nothing about you. And it's not your job to take on the accountability of other people's behaviors. It's not your job to fix what you didn't break and problems you didn't create. And I have to say that in that book, I was able to write out the different types of wounds that I had and the relationships that connected me to, the wounds that kept me to the wrong relationships. Parents, friends, family, relationships, marriage, all of that. And how I got out of it and living my best life and having this smile right here. When I say I got so much peace, y'all, it's magical. Okay, put in the chat. Let me know how you feel about dating, and or if women are finally becoming aware of what they need. And get that book, Abandonment Is Not Your Fault. I promise you won't be disappointed. Come back and let me know when you read it, how you felt about it, okay? See you on the next video.